Dear viewers, thank you very much for play this video. I have appeared in front of you again today. Today I will present an instructional video for beginners. My topic today is about celebrating a life in animation films and basic concepts of animation. Watch this video carefully and you will benefit even a little bit. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. Hayao Miyazaki is regarded as one of the greatest directors in the history of animation. Over 50 years, Miyazaki made some of the most critically lauded animated films, earning him numerous awards, including an honorary Oscar for inspiring generations of artists to work in the medium and illuminate its limitless potential. We are going to rank the best Hayao Miyazaki movies by way of three criteria: story, animation, and direction. By the end, you will know the great films in an universe of cinema. Ponyo follows the story of a young fish who escapes from her father's clutches and transforms into a human. Sound familiar? Ponyo shares more than a few similarities to the Little Mermaid. In fact, the former could even be regarded as a retelling of the latter. But Ponyo is decidedly sweeter than the Little Mermaid, especially Hans Christian Andersen's original story. The film's style is more impressionistic than many of Miyazaki's other films. Personally, I think the watercolor style drawings are less visually appealing than the ultra detailed drawing of, say, Spirited Away, but there's an argument to be made to the contrary. Ponyo may be Hayao Miyazaki's weakest film, but weak for Miyazaki is strong for just about any other director. Castle in the Sky. Hayao Miyazaki's groundbreaking 1986 film Castle in the Sky established the Japanese author as one of the world's premier animated filmmakers. Castle in the Sky follows the story of a boy and girl searching for the lost floating island of Laputa. Castle is steeped in rich literature history. The island of Laputa is derived from Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels, but Miyazaki adds emotional resonance to the intriguing setting, thus turning the satire into fantasy. Castle in the Sky is a foundational Miyazaki film. It may not have the most original plot, but the imagination on display makes up for it. Hall's Moving Castle, based on Diana Wynne Jones' novel of the same name, is an enchanting story of wishes, wizards, and the magic that binds them. The film follows a young woman named Sophie who's turned into an old lady by a curse. To cure herself, she seeks the notorious wizard, Howell, who's hidden within his moving castle. The English dub of Howell's Moving Castle features some great voice performances from Gene Simmons, Christian Bale, Billy Crystal, and Lauren Bacall. Despite the astounding visuals, the pacing has issues and the plot seems to meander a bit. Howell's moving castle starts off strong but slowly loses steam, much like the castle itself. Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind is a dystopian science fiction adventure film about a young princess caught in the crossfire of a war between two large nations. If that sounds like a genre stew, that's because it is. There's a lot going on in Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, but it never feels like too much to keep track of. The film was certainly foundational for Miyazaki as it prompted the creation of Studio Ghibli and lifelong partnerships with producer and legendary writer Isao Takata and composer Joe Hisaishi. Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind is a fantastical allegory about war and the need to protect the environment. The Castle of Cagliostro was released in 1979, 5 years before the founding of Studio Ghibli and long before Hayao Miyazaki was a name recognized around the world. But although the Castle of Cagliostro may not be as famous as Miyazaki's later works, it's still a great movie. The film follows master thief Lupin III, famous in Japan for a manga series of the same name. Miyazaki changed the tone of Lupin III. Some fans hated it, others lauded it. The Castle of Cagliostro may not have been the movie all Lupino III fans hoped it would be, but it's fantastic for outside observers. Hayao Miyazaki's feature directorial debut, The Castle of Cagliostro, is a surprisingly deep dramedy masquerading as a heist film. It's hard not to love Hayao Miyazaki's Kiki's delivery service. The film features a multi-dimensional protagonist, contains an interesting narrative, and is set in front of a beautiful backdrop. Not to mention that it's boasts one of the best opening theme songs in cinema history. Yumi Matsutoya's Rock no Dengon. Kiki's delivery service tells the tale of a young wiz who leaves home for a year to hone her craft. Yes, that's a witchcraft pun. The film is surprisingly slice of life for a story about a witch, but it works mostly because its themes are so grounded in feelings of loneliness, sadness, and failure. If Kiki's delivery service doesn't make you feel something, then you are probably dead inside. Hayao Miyazaki's wartime epic Princess Mononoke is stirring, contemplative, and action-packed. The film follows a young warrior who's afflicted with a terrible curse. To cure himself, He ventures to the forest but instead finds a battle brewing between man and nature. The destruction of the environment is a major motive in Miyazaki's works, and there's no doubt about it. Princess Mononoke is as much an indictment of deforestation as it is a fantastical story of monsters. However, the story doesn't truly overdraw a line in the sand, and it suffers as a result to clear antagonism. If there is any mistake in my video, please comment. Any comments will make my way easier. Your valuable comments will motivate me to make new videos. Thank you for watching my video. Like and subscribe my channel. See you soon again next tutorial.